Day one of Chicago Bears training camp is in the books, and that means I'm back with my daily Chicago Bears training camp update videos. What's going on, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears daily training camp update videos. I've been doing this series for the past 2+ years now, and now the Bears training camp has started. For the 2021 season, I'll be back doing these every single day of camp, giving you guys all the latest updates, news, rumors, everything regarding the Chicago Bears for the training camp session of 2021. It's been a long time also since I've done a face cam video, so to all my new subscribers, you're probably not even seeing what I look like. So to all my newer fans out there, hi, this is the face behind all those videos you've been seeing over the past few months. I got a new face cam set up, new lighting and everything, so it should be looking, hopefully, a lot better than my previous videos. Nonetheless, man, let's talk about some Bears football now, okay? Bears season is fast approaching. It's only not even a couple months, right? It's only a couple weeks now until the start of the 2021 regular season, okay? We kick off against the LA Rams. I believe it's September 10th or somewhere around there, somewhere in the middle of September. So it's only a couple weeks away at this point. And training camp started 2 days. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'll be coming out with daily training camp update videos breaking down, injuries, what happened in camp, okay, how Justin Fields is looking, how Andy Dalton is looking, how the receivers are looking, stuff that coaches say. I'll break all of that down in these daily update videos for you guys. Now, I won't be at training camp every single day because I'm not a member of the media, so I'm kind of just a fan doing all this, kind of compiling all the information for you guys in this video and kind of talking about it. But I will be at training camp tomorrow, actually. So if any of you guys are at training camp tomorrow and you see me, definitely say hi. I'd love to take a picture with you, talk Bears football or whatever, but I will be there at camp tomorrow. So one day I was actually able to get tickets for, because this year the Bears are heavily limiting how many fans can go to every single practice, right? Because it's at a new location. It's at Hallis Hall instead of Bourbonnais, so you can't have 5,000 plus people at every single practice, unfortunately. But if you guys do have extra tickets and you want a guy to bring along, DM me, email me. I would love to go along with you guys to hopefully attend more practices. And if you guys want to be in a video, just hit me up, okay? If you need any favor regarding anything with the Bears, hit me up with training camp tickets. I'll try to get something for you guys. But putting all that aside, guys, let's talk about what happened today, okay? On the first day of training camp, July 28th, what happened today? And to be honest, there wasn't a lot that happened today because it was the first day of camp, so they weren't doing a crazy amount of drills. It was pretty much just an 80-minute practice with mostly scripted plays, scripted drills, scripted plays for the defense, scripted plays for the offense, stuff like that. I'll begin by talking about the injuries though, first of all, okay? Who was injured, who's not injured? So on the injury list right now, reading this on the Bears website, so Eddie Jackson has a hamstring injury, Tevin Jenkins has back tightness, Jermaine Ifedi has a hip flexor, Robert Quinn is dealing with a back injury, and Bilal Nichols has a toe injury. So not good to see all those people on the injury report already, okay, on the first day of camp. But keep in mind also, Matt Nagy said to the media that none of these injuries are really that severe. So I don't think any of these players should be missing significant time. Robert Quinn does kind of worry me though, because he was already injured a good portion of last year, right? I mean, he missed the first game of the season. Then when he did play, he was dealing with the turf toe and other injuries. So I really do not know what's up with Robert Quinn at this stage of his career. It just seems like he can never stay healthy, and that sucks for the Chicago Bears because they need a healthy, dominant Robert Quinn to add to this pass rush, right? We saw what happened last year. Khalil Mack, again, was pretty much the only guy carrying the pass rush, which led to the Bears not even being top 10 or top 12 in sacks, which is unacceptable for how much you're paying these players on defense. So hopefully Robert Quinn does heal up fast, because that's not a good sign to start out with. But that's pretty much the injury report. Let's go on to what happened in camp. And again, like I mentioned, there weren't a lot of news reports because it was pretty much just a scripted practice, which was close to the media, and the media was not even allowed to reveal a lot of what happened in practice today. So I don't have a lot of updates, but one of the biggest updates I do have is that Andy Dalton reportedly had a very good practice, okay? Total opposite of what he did in OTAs, right? Because if you remember in OTAs, there were a lot of people talking about how bad Andy Dalton looked in one day of OTAs, right? He threw 3 picks to a backup level defense. Well, today in training camp, he actually looked pretty damn good, okay? According to Jeff Dickerson on ESPN 1000, he said that Andy Dalton had a great day throwing down the field, okay? That's one of the biggest things which he struggled with in the regular season last year, right? His deep accuracy was one of the worst in the entire NFL, okay? A worse deep accuracy than both Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles, according to a bunch of different measures. So his deep ball looked accurate today. Pretty much the entire practice, he threw with anticipation. He threw with, great power, with great accuracy. So hearing that early in practice, I mean, that's definitely a welcome sign if you are a Chicago Bears fan, because obviously all of us want Justin Fields to be the guy for us this season. We want Justin Fields to be that quarterback we think he can be. But if Andy Dalton is ready to at least play a few games or at least half the season this year and win some football games for us, that would obviously be a way better scenario than throwing Justin Fields in there if he is not ready. Now, obviously, it's way too early in training camp right now. We don't know if Justin Fields is eventually going to beat out Andy Dalton and maybe still start week 1. But to see Andy Dalton already having some success going down the field, that's obviously a welcome sign. Now, let's talk about what Justin Fields did today, and it was not a good practice at all. Okay, according to the people there, especially Jeff Dickerson, he said on ESPN 1000 that Fields looked off on a good portion of his throws. He also threw, multiple interceptions, so that's obviously not good. Now, we don't know the exact details of every single play, so some plays could have been scripted for the defense to succeed there and just to give them an opportunity to intercept the ball, which sometimes coaches do, so you don't really know what the scenario was, so you can't accurately judge Fields there. But based on what people have been saying, Andy Dalton definitely did win the day today. Okay, he looked like a much more accurate quarterback than Justin Fields, which that's going to be a little bit disappointing to some people out there, because I know a lot of Bears fans out there, they want Justin Fields to start week 1, right? Because he's our shiny new toy. We want this guy to go in there week 1, win Rookie of the Year, have the best rookie season ever. But if he is not ready to do that, which again, it's only 1 day of practice, so you can't even say that. But if Justin Fields is not quite ready to do that, that's fine as well, guys. Okay, give this guy time to develop. Give this guy time to learn, because I guarantee you with time, with practice, he is going to be that quarterback that we want him to be, because he has all those traits, all those abilities. He just needs probably more time to develop. So obviously day 1 winner is Andy Dalton. Let's see what happens going forward, but that's what happens with the quarterbacks. Moving on to the next story of the day, let's talk about nose tackle Eddie Goldman, right? The guy that missed all of the 2020 season due to COVID. Is he back? Is he in shape? Is he ready to go? And the answer to all those questions is yes. Okay, hell yes. Eddie Goldman is back and he's ready to go. And according to Matt Nagy, he is in terrific shape. Okay, although he took off all of last year, he didn't play a single snap of football, he still kept in shape. And according to Nagy, I mean, he looks great in all the conditioning drills. So I know a lot of Bears fans were kind of wondering out there, hey, is Eddie Goldman going to show up to camp in shape? Is he even going to show up at all because he missed all the mandatory OTAs? Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because he's back, he looks great, and he's ready to go. Okay, I mean, in interviews today, he also talked about, really missing last season, right? He really missed not playing football last year. He also said that he regretted not playing last year after he saw the Bears made the playoffs. So he clearly still wants to play football. He still has his mind in the game, which is it's a fantastic sight for the Bears defense, right? Because we really did miss him out there last year. Our run defense was a lot worse last year than it was in 2019 and 2018. So getting that big presence in the middle again, the big run stuffer, the guy that can, eat a bunch of blocks, also push the pocket a little bit, play fantastic run defense, that's a great sign for the Bears defense. Another story to talk about is Cole Kmet. Okay, tight end Cole Kmet. A lot of Bears fans have been speculating about what his role is going to be in this offense in 2021, because we saw last year he really wasn't used all that much in the beginning of the season, right? The first 10 or 11 weeks, he wasn't really a big part of the offense at all. He caught a touchdown pass here and there. He, blocked obviously pretty well, but he wasn't really a big part of the passing attack going down the field. Well, according to Nagy, he said in interviews today that that's going to change starting this year. Okay, starting this year, he anticipates a much bigger role for Cole Kmet in this offense going forward. Now, obviously, that's only talk, and we'll see if that actually happens on the football field. But hearing that from Matt Nagy, that does make me a lot more excited to see Cole Kmet next season. I mean, this is kind of what you always see also with tight ends in the NFL. Like their rookie year, most tight ends do not really do that much at all, because playing tight end in the NFL, it's a really difficult position, right? Because you have to both block, you have to be a receiver as well. So it's kind of like you're doing two things at once. And for a lot of people in the beginning, it's really hard to learn, that position. So clearly Cole Kmet did have some rookie pains, in his first year. But, according to me though, at least, I think he did pretty good in his rookie year for what he was asked to do, right? I mean, the few times they threw to Cole Kmet down the field, he caught those balls. He didn't really have many drops at all. I mean, obviously he struggled in gaining separation, which is probably going to be an issue for him going forward as well, because he's not the most dynamic athlete, but that's also not what he's probably going to do in this offense, right? He's going to be that wide tight end, right? Blocking and being a receiver in the middle of the field. You find him open in the seam, he can take a 5-10 yard pass, 20, 30 plus yards with all the moves he can put on defenders in the open field. This guy is massive, okay? 6'6", over 200 whatever pounds he is. He's a big guy, right? He has a lot of muscle on him, and he can stiff arm you to the ground. He can drag you forward. That's the kind of tight end he's going to be in this offense, okay? Getting those extra yards after the catch. And, you know, hearing Matt Nagy say that he's going to incorporate Cole Kmet a lot more in this offense, it's obviously a welcome sign if you are a Chicago Bears fan, because their passing offense last year really did not target tight ends enough, right? I mean, obviously a lot more than we did in 2019, but that's really no comparison at all, because 2019 we had the worst tight ends in the entire NFL by a long shot. But even though we had, you know, Jimmy Graham, Cole Kmet last season, we didn't really target them that much going down the field besides, you know, in the red zone. So, you know, hopefully seeing Matt Nagy incorporate a lot more plays for Cole Kmet in this offense, you know, that could open up our offense a lot more to, you know, more explosive plays going down the field. So that's pretty much the news regarding Cole Kmet. He's looking great. He's looking in shape at camp and hopefully taking a much bigger role in this offense for 2021. And then my final story of the day, which again, I apologize, I do not have that many updates on stuff that actually happened in camp because I couldn't find much online. But last story of the day is that tight end Jake Butt that we signed this offseason, he retired. Okay, apparently he's done with football. He's obviously dealt with a lot of injuries in his NFL career, so that's probably why he retired. Maybe he's not feeling healthy enough to be in the NFL anymore. Maybe he's just tired of the grind, or whatever the case is, he's no longer going to be on the Chicago Bears roster, which does kind of suck because I was kind of looking forward to seeing this guy in training camp, because you saw in Michigan, right, this guy was a superstar before his first injury, but after his injury occurred, I mean, he just kept on getting injured every single year, and he hasn't really done much at all in the NFL yet. So that further eliminates some tight end depth that we had. We did sign Jesse James actually yesterday. So tight end Jesse James from, I believe he was with the Steelers or Lions or somewhere, you know, some team like that. He's going to be signing with the Bears, and he should be kind of more of a blocking tight end, maybe kind of a backup wide tight end for Cole Kmet. So that's another tight end that we did add. But that is pretty much all the news I have for you guys today. Again, I'm sorry I don't have a lot of news for today, but that should change tomorrow because I will be at camp tomorrow, so I can just tell you guys what I saw there. And also, if you guys are at camp, you know, tomorrow, definitely hit me up, you know, say hi if you see me, whatever. So cannot wait to be at camp tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed the video for today, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think about all these updates. But as always, bear down.